Hello and welcome. I'm Craig Harrington, and today's topic, China is hoarding a lot more than U.S. Treasury bonds. The Chinese government has been one of the world's largest collectors of U.S. Treasury bonds for over a decade. Their yearning to accumulate treasuries has allowed the United States to operate in deficit, but the Chinese may be changing their fiscal policy. Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao has publicly expressed his concern for the safety of China's investments in the U.S. system. He stated that China has lent a huge amount to the U.S., and of course it is concerned about the safety of its investment. He said that he, as an official spokesman for the government, was definitely a bit worried about America's financial future. One sign that China may be losing its taste for American debt is their recent choice to stockpile copper and other metals rather than treasuries. The Daily Telegraph stated that this may be the first sign that China is fed up with U.S. irresponsibility. The Chinese are the largest foreign holders of U.S. debt as of January 1, 2009. They hold $739.6 billion, or 24% of the total foreign accumulation. They have reason to be worried about the finances of the largest investment project, the United States. So they are actively diversifying their holdings in order to avoid risks. At the G20 summit on April 2nd, the Chinese called for replacing the dollar as a global reserve currency with a basket of international currencies which would include the yuan. Adopting a new system of exchange that is not delineated in dollars would absolve China of the need to fund the U.S. government. Nobu Su, head of Taiwan's TMT group, told the Telegraph that the Chinese government is moving to lessen its dependence on the dollar as quickly as possible. As he put it, China has woken up. The West is a black hole with all of this money being printed. Meanwhile, the Chinese are buying raw materials because it is a much better way to use the nearly $2 trillion they've accumulated in foreign currency reserves. By buying raw materials, they can get 10 times the economic impact, and they can cover their infrastructure projects for the next 50 years. In addition to copper, the Chinese government is also stockpiling aluminum, zinc, nickel, titanium, and other industrial metals. The Communist Party in China has stockpiled resources like this for years, but the scope of this new policy may be unprecedented. The Chinese government currently holds one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds, which is close to $2 trillion, and that money is generated largely through mercantilist practices which hamper the U.S. economy. If China were to take that money and invest it elsewhere, it could have a devastating effect on America's economy when it needs to be propped up the most. We find ourselves in a perplexing situation with China. The amount of control that they have over our government is unfair and it borders on illegal. But if they were to cease their involvement with us without warning, it could be catastrophic. Sadly, our economy is so intertwined with China that it has become dependent on it. We need to gradually phase out this dependence, but China's recent policy decisions may not give us any choice. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington. For more on this and other related topics, please log on to economyincrisis.org.
What is to become of us? Why are we oblivious, spiraling down and out of control? Better start yelling out, America is selling out factories, industries, heart and soul.